Okay, so when I think about my body experience or body story, I just realized, like within maybe the last half year or year, that the way that I am with my boyfriend right now, I haven't been in terms of intimacy with anyone. And I think it's because when we started dating 4 years ago, I was almost like I couldn't even look him in the eyes, like, and that's kind of crazy right now when I think about it, because he was like, whoa, you can't even like be really close or like really open up and be just there and then let someone else see that. And I didn't really realize that I was like that before, and because I've had other boyfriends, and I don't know what the difference was with this kind of relationship or with him, but I just remember that was something that I still now is like kind of in shock that, okay, so how was I with other boys before? And I just realized that I think it's because he's the first one that has actually, I've had a different way of going into the relationship than with other guys. Like before, it was just like, all my girlfriends before was just like gone out a lot, gone out to clubbing and met all these random people, and it was all supposed to be random and nothing serious. So you never really open up yourself completely, because it's all like a play, it's all some superficial game that's going on, and it's all about like not competing, but in between the girls, it's all about like showing off and who could get the hottest guy, and it's just a very different way of being with guys than the way that I am right now. And it's not even, I actually maybe do that only with him still, like, because it's just part of a relationship, I guess. And I'm different when I'm with the girls, but I'm open in a different way. I wouldn't say I'm more open with my boyfriend than with them, but I guess some points I am, but with the girls you're open in a different way. And I don't know how much that has to do with body, but it probably has, because the way that you're intimate when you're having sex is just like the body is the focus. That's just what's going on, and then you connect in a different way that's also related to your eye contact, and it makes you much easier then to have the eye contact. And like, but still, like, even after 4 years, sometimes I could be like, ooh, when looking like in the eyes for too long time. It's like so it's not like 100% openness or like it turned for forever, or like there's a limit to it still. And I don't know if that's like gonna improve, or if it's good that there is some kind of distance still, because otherwise the relationship would also be really boring if there were no like tense feelings. But that's the thing that I really reminded of, and I think that really has to do with your own relationship or confidence in your body. And whereas probably the whole, like, from puberty to now, it's been kind of tense, I think, from my experience. Whereas when you're a kid, you just don't even realize that you have a body. Like, I can't remember when I thought about my body before people started menstruating, and that's the right word, right? Okay. And so I think really as a kid, you're 100% free of your body, or like this kind of limit of the body, or the feeling of your body is limiting you in somehow. But then on the other hand, I was really like bad at sports and like coordination and stuff like that when I was little. No, I was really good with dancing, so not coordination, but I was really bad with like throwing a ball and catching the ball and stuff like that. So I think that's when you're a kid, you don't think about it in an intimacy way. You more think about your body in terms of physicality. How good am I? How strong am I? Because you're competing with the other guys in school, and especially when you play sports. But when you play just like climbing trees and playing in nature with my friends when I was little, I don't remember I thought about my body at all. It was just about who can come there first, and you didn't really think of that. If you didn't, it was not a problem with your body. It's not like you were judging yourself in any way. That I think when it's about intimacy and love and sex, you're kind of judging. If there's a problem, you're kind of judging in a different way that you didn't do when there was a problem when you were a kid. So I don't really know why that is, but other things that I remember was also like, again, with this who's strongest and who's fastest when you were kids. Like with my siblings, that was all about our physicality among each other and playing with each other, being physical with each other and hitting each other and kicking each other. And like, I remember we were like just crying a lot of days before going to school because we were fighting so much. And And that was all about our bodies, obviously. But I was the oldest one, but I wasn't the strongest one because we were so close to each other. So it was really like one day the one was winning, the next day the other, and the third. And also about making connections, and then because we were 3 siblings. So then we would pair up, and it would be like 2 against 1. I don't know if that is a physical thing, but it's probably like what you do to just try to win and get one on your side and then go for the other. And hopefully it was pretty evened out, I hope, among my siblings. But another thing that really struck me out is that I just realized making this map, the way of being like conscious about how you move and how you coordinate and how other people think or how you look in other people's eyes, in terms of if you're in balance, if you totally walk and you can just see, okay, that person is totally cool and in balance with herself. It's not really related to feelings about it or to the psyche, because it's more related to like your biology, I think. And some people just knows how to walk, and some people are just born with really bad feet or knees or something. That it's like, it's not necessarily about wearing the right clothes or knowing how to dance the coolest way. So I think there's a lot of like biology in it that actually starts to shape your body in a certain way. So I was really good with some parts of like sports and like dancing and coordination, and I guess like just like walking and being and like feeling confident in my body. Whereas with sports and like in terms of development, I was one of the latest one developing. So I was just like really small and going shopping with all the girls when we were teenagers. I was just like extra small, couldn't really find anything that fitted me. So I also really remember the first time that we started wearing makeup, and we were girls together in the primary school, and we decided, okay, when we start in 7th grade, we can wear makeup. And we decided that among us. And I really remember that. It was really funny, because then we were like, okay, after the summer we're gonna start going to school with makeup on, and we did that, and we started wearing bras, and like even I didn't have much even in 7th grade still, and I was still trying to wear a bra. And remember how that you changed everything, the way that because now it was all about everything we talked about was about how to get attention and how to look from the guy, or for the guy's perspective, and started going to these big warehouse parties and like getting crazy drunk, and like everything just happened in that 7th grade, I feel like. And how guys just at those parties were looking at us and be like, I remember because I was wearing my mom's bra, and I was just like, okay, they really look at me in a different way. It was just really weird, but fun. It was really fun. It was like a lot of tension. But then coming after primary school, going to like a boarding school, this kind of Danish boarding school that everyone goes to for the 10th grade, to just hang out, and you live there, and you just like away from your parents. Everyone's away from parents for a year, and you just live together, 100 young people. And that was just like the most fun thing in my life in terms of realizing yourself, and I guess also finding yourself in balance with your body, and getting along with other young people at the same age group who want to explore love, other things. Yeah, basically probably just wanting to explore love and meeting guys in a different, from all over the country, because you were away from all of these. Your history actually probably also really made that you were being taken out of your other life and now being placed in a new kind of context where no one knows who you were before or anything. And that just made, I think, everyone really powerful, because they got like a chance to just be, from now on, I can do whatever I want, and no one knows where I came from or what happened or like anything. And I think that year changes everyone's life like completely, and that's why those schools are so popular. But and it's all about competitions again, like between girls in our rooms and on the hallway on that school. It was all about like showing off, without saying you're showing off, but like who has the biggest breasts and who dare do much and who can be with most guys. And I feel like all those things were just, it was like centered around sex and trying to, because most of that were still virgins at that point, so we didn't still sleep with anyone in school. It was illegal to stay over at the guys' hall at night and stuff. So but it's really great to experience how that intimacy now, when you get mature and you get older, that it's really, you're realizing a lot of stuff about yourself, in terms of the relationship with my boyfriend, that because he sees me completely and I allow him to see me completely, and that allows me to see myself, because I can't just see myself without anyone seeing me, I think.